Ew, cat. So nasty. Like, imagine. Wow. In the comfort of your own home? Like, what? Jeez. And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Keep It Up. Oh shoot, man, you're gonna have to forgive me, man. I look, my head's been everywhere, and man, we made it in, Cam. We made adjustments. Obviously, one thing about us is we're always gonna adjust to the game. Shout out June. But man, it's been a week. It has been a week. It's been man, it's been a lot of stuff going on. Today's Thursday, September 15th. This past weekend, we was at the UT and Alabama tailgate. Phenomenal game that one was too, man. That was a good game. I was genuinely surprised. They had Alabama spread at like 20-some points, talking about it was going to push to 25, maybe 30, and Texas lost by 1.
Yeah, they covered
the spread.
They look good too. They look good.
You know what I'm saying, man? It seems like Alabama has a track record of injuring Texas quarterbacks if anything starts to go their way. So, we got to take a look at Saban, man.
Injuries are part of the game.
You know what I'm saying? Saban looks to be. Do we have a Bounty Gate 2.0?
Nah,
Nick Saban paying those players to injure Texas quarterbacks?
They're part of the game.
Come on now, you know what I'm saying?
Sounds like they need to get
injure 3 Texas quarterbacks.
Sounds like that nutrition program or whatever they're doing over there is not working.
Now Texas is probably one of the best places to go for a nutrition program in the country.
Yeah, like actual nutrition, but I'm talking about for what the players are getting.
Oh, bro, they're in Austin. They're eating good. They're eating a lot better than whatever the hell is in Tuscaloosa, Alabama.
It's Alabama. They're gonna eat whatever Texas.
They're probably eating roadkill.
They're gonna eat the same thing as
raccoon, roadkill, beaver.
They're definitely not eating that rat poison. Gopher, because Nick Saban does not tolerate that rat poison. Look at Sark he's trying so hard to be Nick Saban. You're not gonna tolerate the rat poison. Look at him. But it is his. I mean, that was his mentor, so it's understandable.
You know what I'm saying? And only a select few have beaten Saban. Shout out that boy Kirby and Coach Fisher. But
yeah, it took Fisher a bunch of tries.
Shoot, it took Coach Smart a bunch of tries. It took him probably like 2 or 3.
It's gonna happen at some point.
Yeah. But I think he was the first assistant to beat him.
He was.
And on the biggest stage of all of them too, which is, it's a nice little revenge tour, I like to think. But
actually, no, he lost to him last year. Because he lost to Jimbo first.
He did lose to Jimbo first.
He lost in the
dang, he lost to 2 of his former assistants in 1 year.
In the Natty.
That's crazy to think his only 2. But, that's also a good feeling to know that 2 of your losses came to 2 of your former coaches. So, that, like I said, that's not too shabby.
That's crazy that it's taken coaches that long to beat him. It's been a long time.
That just goes to show you how nice that man is. You can't put a price on.
Sorry, I got money on this game, guys, and he almost got in there. I'm mad. I'm sad.
I was about to say.
I'm sad.
Oh, did they? Oh. Well, show me something. How was your week?
It's good. It's been pretty quick but long. I mean, we shot 54 yards on Monday and Tuesday, CJ and them boys had a thing, but I started working on a Bender Boys video. I did the first intro for that, so I started putting that video together.
Yeah, it was beautiful
for the channel.
I told Dorian and Gray I had a bone to pick with you.
Oh, why?
Because it was hard. The shot was nice.
I just had to find clips.
The shot was nice. The shot of me shotgunning was nice, but I hate the fact you got me doing the thing I hate absolutely doing the most and use that as my bender. Like, you could have got me, you know what I'm saying? You could have got me Millie rocking. You already know whenever music comes out, be turned, you know what I'm saying? You could have got me laughing at. You got me shotgunning.
It's the first intro.
I hate that, bro.
It's the first intro, though.
You know I hate shotgunning.
Like, it's gonna change.
It's a clean shot, which I appreciate.
Yeah, it's gonna change.
But I was like, bro, I'm amateur. I'm mid at that. Like, you don't come to me. You don't come to me for a shotgun. You come to me for a tequila shot.
Honestly, at that point, I was just like, damn, all right. I was like, who do I not have a clip of? I was like, oh, I got that clip of Steve? All right, bet. So I was just like, as soon as I got it,
sick.
Then I seen Dorian going crazy.
Yeah,
and then
sick.
Some people were walking in front of the camera, and I was like, damn, bro, I had to time it perfectly just to get the shot of him before, people want to get in the shot and just ruin the damn shot.
You know what I'm saying? These fools don't understand,
but,
bro.
It was cool. I've been working on that. And then Edit is, always editing for OP. Been to the collective a couple times out here networking, got some stuff in play out there. So
I've seen. I've seen. Any weekend plans for this upcoming weekend, man?
Kat's sister's boyfriend's coming into town, so we're gonna go do stuff with him. The boy Kyle, really cool dude, really cool dude. We're gonna shoot his podcast, his Off Topic, finally Friday. Hopefully, if Carlos doesn't go to this dinner or something with his uncle, I don't know, something. But the plan is to shoot that, and then go do stuff with them. Just go get drinks, probably something chill. We'll probably eat and then go. We'll probably like the East Side or something chill.
Absolutely.
And then Saturday. What are we doing Saturday? Oh, on the Saturday, I'm going to go eat with the boy Devin. Shout out Hefner. It's been a minute since I've seen him. And then Texas plays that day, obviously. So hopefully Oklahoma gets it done in the morning. And then I plan on trying to go to the Texas.
Who y'all play?
Nebraska.
Oh, yeah, I do play
Lincoln
Nebraska.
Memorial Stadium. So we're on the first road game for Brent Venables. It would be interesting.
Yeah, Nebraska obviously fired
Scott Frost,
which is kind of sad to see, man. I think Frost got the short end of the stick, but I mean, it's just.
No, I'm not gonna say that.
It's just crazy.
I'm not gonna give him that.
Man, it's tough. I mean, he's been there for a while, so I would like
5 years. Did you know that?
I didn't even realize because
that's a long time.
You think about his time with UCF, bro, and he was so successful.
Yeah, but I feel like the thing with UCF, like now it kind of looks like it really wasn't him, because if you look now, I mean, Heupel, Malzahn obviously was a good coach at Auburn, but like all these coaches are still good there. And I feel like the reason UCF was so good, because somebody was talking about it today, I think Joel Klatt, he was saying Florida State, and Miami were all kind of down. So like,
and UCF was going crazy.
Well, yeah, because they were getting that talent too. Like it's Florida at the end of the day, so like that was kind of the reason.
I'm just saying, bro.
But they said it didn't translate.
Shaquem Griffin was literally the defensive player of the year, I think, in back-to-back years in that conference.
Yeah,
and the defensive MVP, and they beat Auburn. And they arguably could have gone to the national.
Yeah, they beat LSU.
They could have gone
to
a
lot of teams.
They could have gone to the CFP that year.
Yeah,
They absolutely could have.
Yeah, they beat a lot of teams. They were the first like Group of 5 team to really
pop off.
Yeah, push for that. But I mean, I don't know. I think the thing is, he never got blown out there, but he was just in so many games and just could never finish. And at some point,
he couldn't. He started off so good too.
Yeah, at some point it just.
I get it.
You just got to make a choice. Like you kind of know if he's a guy or not. And then that lost to Georgia Southern, and then they were struggled against North Dakota, and then obviously they lost to Northwestern. So like just getting three of those back to back, I feel like
it was time. It was time for a change. Shout out to the new head coach, because he's the first black coach in Nebraska history.
He actually played there too. He was an option quarterback.
Yeah,
there.
And I think Coach Mickey is his name. Coach Mickey Joseph or something like that. So shout out to Coach Mickey, holding it down, man. It'll be a good game to see how he responds, being thrown into that position, and then he was a wide receiver coach, as a matter of fact, when LSU won the championship.
Yeah, and he's a wide receivers coach at Nebraska technically, but now he's an interim.
So it's nice to see what he'll do. It sounds like you have a good little weekend ahead of you. Good, college football, spending time.
And I think we might go floating on Sunday with Drake.
Yeah, he does come back. He's in Vegas right now.
He's in
right?
Vegas. So.
Happy birthday, Drake.
Happy birthday, Drake.
It's our boy Drake's birthday, man. 26, man. Definitely grateful.
Boys gonna be beat this weekend.
Man,
I'm tired.
I'm telling you, talking, man. I got the honor of meeting Drake back at our Friendsgiving that you invited me to, going on the year in November, man.
That's crazy, actually.
I met him, Alex, and Zach, bro. I have a video of me posted up with Zach and Alex talking about, I just met my new boys on Snapchat, and it's pretty dope.
That's actually crazy.
Yeah.
Because I remember watching. I have like a snap of you and CJ on the couch. The fact that that's already coming up on a year, bro. That
time
has
flown.
Yeah, flew.
Time has
because we went to the square.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right after that.
Yeah, I went to
that was
the
my
square.
first time out there too. That's where we took that picture. That was pretty fire.
And I was like, yeah, Steve, they have $8 pictures, and you were like, $8 pictures.
I was like, what? That's
and then I was like, yeah, and
you're like, yeah. I was like, yeah. Can I get a tequila Sprite? Yeah, but that's gonna be $3. I said, now what did you put in my drink?
Yeah, that's why you go. It's cheap. I mean, it's not the best tasting drink. I mean, what do you expect? You're getting $3 drinks.
Look, it might as well have been like a $2 double, because that drink was majority tequila. Like, he was like, hey man, how's your night going? You've been doing all right. It's good to see you out here. Whoop, splink. Enjoy your night, buddy. That'll be $3. I was like,
you're about to turn that. Hey, when you get a little lit, then you run to the rear rats and you be like, we're about to turn this square into a rectangle. You know what I'm saying? We're going.
Because you'd be just pushing boundaries naturally, huh? Trendsetter is what you are.
Sometimes.
That's crazy. Yeah. Man, I could definitely say my week was more in the same. I got my butt whooped, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna be transparent. This is keep it a buck, and you know this buck is getting well spent. At this point.
It's getting filled.
That's about to be called keep it a dime because I ain't got no more to give.
Keep it a penny. Really.
You know what I'm saying, bro? You know, in biblical terms, there was things called mites, and mites were worth half of a penny. So it's about to be called keep it a mite because I ain't got much of nothing left in me. You know, just busy with work and everything, cooking, man. Obviously, I want to stay consistent with the content and making sure us being a small team and still kind of getting everything up.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, everybody has to pull their weight, and it's nice to see that I'm not the only one that is obviously putting in the work and then coming to do more work after. So y'all are really good reminders of, like, you know, obviously shout out to June again. Keep going, keep pushing, keep working. Don't lose your composure, and that's been kind of one thing that's been resonating.
Doing the more collaborative stuff, like we said, like I want to try and do those, at least do a video like that once a month. It can be anything, but just with everyone, and then want to start incorporating those meetings where kind of like we were doing back in the Gap,
with everybody,
but just with us now, because I mean,
with the opinionated media group.
And then like
it'd be good, bro.
Just come to like discuss your goals, discuss like changes, discuss like
the group's month goals.
If you need to talk to just about life,
it's an open space,
like all that. So I want to do those once a month, and once we can get a day coordinated, probably Sundays will probably be the vibe for that.
Absolutely.
Especially once it gets a little colder, have everyone come over and do that, watching football, and we just chop it up.
You know what I'm saying, man? I think that'd be a good thing to do. Kind of check in on the family, make sure everybody's in a good headspace, because that's the biggest thing. We all can't operate to our fullest capacity if we have one man down. They say, you know, you're only as strong as your weakest link. And if somebody's struggling, bro, we kind of want to be there to uplift them and make them feel, you know, obviously reinforce the belief in themselves, the belief in what they're doing. And, you know, just, again, to keep working and keep going, man. I'm not going to lie. There's been moments this week where, you know, bro, I'm talking about mentally. It was rough, man. But what I realized is that with anything that you care about and anything that you're invested in, you're gonna have highs and you're gonna have lows. And it's all about you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ebbs and flows and shit. You got to take the good with the bad, and you have to be able to, you know, be able to kind of ride the wave, even if that wave isn't pushing you. Sometimes you got to prepare yourself. So it's a good reminder to ultimately just be cognizant of yourself, man. Mental health is a really big thing, and I feel like a lot of people don't actually take the time, if they're feeling kind of off, to, you know, just diagnose that and see where their head is at, and really take a second to breathe and be in the moment. I know, you know, a couple episodes ago we talked about, you know, kind of, you know, enjoying your time and really being cognizant of, you know, going out, you know, having a good time and having a couple drinks with your people and, you know, all that stuff. But I think there's a flip side to enjoying your time. And we're going to get into that today a little bit. But aside from all that, man, like I said, it was a good week. It's been a hard week. I plan, like I said, this weekend would definitely be one of relaxation and work. I don't really plan on doing anything tomorrow after I get off. Probably a lot of 2K, a lot of editing.
Yeah,
obviously,
I'm gonna be on that same way tomorrow.
You know what I'm saying?
Actually, no, I'm not.
See, I'm gonna get.
I get my days mixed.
You know what I'm saying, bro? I'm gonna get off tomorrow. I'm literally gonna go home. I'm gonna play 2K and edit, and then
that'll be during my work from home tomorrow.
And Saturday, I'm gonna do the exact same thing until I get tonight, Canelo and GGG fight. So I'm gonna link up with my people and watch that fight. That should be a really good fight. It's the third one in the series.
Yeah, I'll probably watch that too.
And then Sunday, man, kind of just reset and relax. I have next Friday off, obviously, because we're going to Lubbock. Tech and
see my boy Colin, my brother too, just turned 21.
Shout out the young man. You know what I'm saying?
We'll probably everybody get him a
shout out to Cam's younger older brother, man. You know,
we'll see that boy Conley in a minute, and then the plan is to do another tailgate video out there.
Oh, bro, that will definitely will be a lot more interesting.
I feel like it'll be easier just because, like, one, my brother is in a frat there, so we can easily get his boys. That's like already easy interviews, and just the people he knows, like the girls and stuff too. And then it's just Tech, and they're just gonna be rowdy. Especially we can get they're gonna
be playing Texas too,
yeah.
Right?
And we're getting there Friday night, and we're staying the night. So, you already know how it's gonna be. We're staying the night. It's not like we gotta.
We're gonna be there for the entire weekend.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll be there. We're gonna leave early Friday morning. We're gonna all follow each other. Get there, get some food with Conley. Probably get checked in our hotel, get cleaned up, go out, get some. Then we're gonna go out, hit the scene, hit the town, come back Saturday.
Hit the town. It's Lubbock.
Hey, Lubbock is fire. It's like
you know what's crazy? I've never been over. I've been
over
there once, but it was probably like my junior or senior year of high school, and I barely remember it.
It's fun. It's like look at it as like the square times like 5. It's like that kind of vibe, but bigger. Yeah, that's how Tech is. Yeah. Is this like college bars? It's very similar to the square, but it's just bigger.
I'm gonna be sauced at like.
But it's cheap though.
I'm gonna be sauced at like.
It might be a little more, like, but it's still pretty cheap.
Where's Cam? I'm gonna hear him and Kat in the back talking about Bender. We're like, oh, okay.
Yeah, it's cheap. So
all right, I need to get Zach's car to drive me back to the hotel because I'm not gonna make that, bro. I'm gonna tell you that's probably gonna freak me out. We're gonna be on the trip mid road. He's gonna be like, dang, bro, I'm kind of tired. I'm gonna be like, bro, hands on the wheel. Oh, it drives itself.
I'm gonna be pushing.
Like, bro, you got a lot of
Cat's edge.
Hey, look, I'm telling you. Cat's over there looking at you like you're not gonna.
Cat's gonna be like this.
You know what I'm saying? She.
Yeah, that's what she. Fuck. She be lifting her.
The other day in the car. God. The other day, it was a couple months ago, but he was way too close to the car in front of him.
What, Cam?
Yeah. No,
have you seen when we go down to like out and him and Zach are?
Hey, you just gotta be. We're just.
You literally, bro. It's so funny. You hear Cam from a mile away and you just see Zach. Like you don't hear anything. You just see Zach. It's like, hey, yo.
It's complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, facts, bro. Y'all are both moving quick, but fam,
it's hilarious. But Zach's is more dangerous, I feel like, because like, imagine like a Tesla like moving like that, and you don't even hear this car.
And you just try to get over into the
lane.
Yeah,
you don't. Yeah, that's why like people be drawing like, hold on, I want a Tesla. I'm like,
bro, y'all got a lot of faith in Elon.
Hey, I'm just not.
Y'all got a lot of faith in Elon.
Hey, wait, how these computers be glitching? I don't know, man. I'm not.
Hey, that's a whole car, bro.
Yeah, I'm good on that.
That was my shit needs a software update, Mitch.
Nah.
Please pull over and update your vehicle.
Cannot be
Imagine,
me.
Bro. Yo,
never.
You talking to, bro? That'd be the sickest thing. You get stuck in West Texas with no charging station. You don't think you're talking about? Yeah, I'm gonna need you to have this software update real quick before you can finish this drive. I'd cry. I would just ride on top of the vehicle, bro, and call it a day. That's kind of all there is. Oh, man, what a time to be alive. Cam, look, I want to take a time real quick. This past week, we unfortunately lost a very phenomenal artist, man. PnB Rock passed away at the young age of 30, I want to say. He was robbed in L.A. while enjoying a lunch with his girlfriend.
Sad, bro.
He was shot and killed ultimately. It's kind of sad to see. L.A. apparently has this notorious thing for being a very dangerous place. A lot of people talk about its... you know, a lot of people encounter a lot of things out there. And again, my family's from LA. I love LA. I think California in itself is a beautiful place. But again, for the fact that you can't even go enjoy a meal with your loved ones without running the risk of, you know, you're worrying, again, and they were robbing him for his jewelry, but you got to think, man, if, you know, that's something you work for.
Yeah.
And the fact that you'll go out of your way to kill somebody just to take some monetary, materialistic thing off of them. Bro, that's just, it's whack, number one, but two, it's just sad, bro, because it's like, imagine working hard, getting out of circumstances, you know, overcoming a lot of adversity, and, you know, maybe it's flexing, maybe it's taking pride in your accomplishments, and, you know, you're just out having lunch with your people one day, and that's it. And that's kind of, like I said, bro, that's a tough pill to swallow. And when I remember I was at work and I saw the update that had happened, and there was a lot of talk about a really nasty video going around on the internet where somebody apparently recorded him on the ground after he had been shot in the restaurant. Yeah. And my first thought was, I don't know why in the hell you would even think about recording that. That's a sick thing. I think social media has really taken over a lot of people's
people
minds.
just want to be the first people to report the news.
You know what I'm saying?
Or like
and there's
break
a way
the news or break the story or go viral. That's like kind of the mindset of people. I mean,
and that's sick.
You think about like, I don't know, any situation, like it's like, oh, let me just get out my phone, or even when you go, you know, out with friends or go get drinks, or it's like record every single thing. Like you just know people, it's like, oh, they're gonna record this, or they want to do this, so they can put it on Instagram and stuff. Like, I don't know, I feel like people just don't know how to live in moments. And like, I understand, like, because I mean, we have a lot of cameras, we record everything.
Yeah, we have cameras that are always hot with us.
But it's not like we're not doing it to just post. We're doing it to have like, one, the memories, in the archive in the library, but it's also too, I mean, when we decide to do other content in the future, maybe make a documentary, maybe make whatever, we have everything already done. Like with the intro, we had all that from the year, so all I had to do was go through it.
And that was just clips that we were, you know what I'm saying?
Just going through the footage.
And so that's purposeful recording, man. And I think it kind of sucks the fact that we, you know, again, that we put ourselves in a position to record, again, not for just to have a viral moment, but because we want to develop a collection of footage for our channel, obviously for our content, and be able to put something meaningful out there, bro. And the fact that, again, that's something that people had to see, and that's something that went through somebody's mind as the first thing to post. Bro, it's sick, and it's also heartbreaking because, again, that was, again, a gentleman who, you know, bro was a really good artist, but he's a human. I wanted to take the time today to, you know, give my condolences to PnB Rock's family, his loved ones. It's just sad, man. Again, it's sad to see people have to go through that. It's sad to see people have to experience that, and it's super sad to see a beloved artist in this community have his life taken away for something like that. Mm-hmm. So in honor of that, in honor of kind of giving him a little bit of praise and, you know, giving him his just desserts, what he deserved, I picked out, you know, my song personally is off of his, I want to say this mixtape came out in 2015, 2016. It's his Going Through the Motions mixtape. Really popular because it produced one of his biggest songs, Selfish. But the song I picked is Misunderstood. One of my favorite songs. I remember listening to it. Shout out to my boy Boog. You met him when we went up to Dallas. It's, again, one of my favorite joints. I was honestly, man, on a little PnB wave for the last couple of days. Just, you know, again, reminiscing, appreciating the music. Great thing about music is it lives forever, bro. So unfortunately, with him not being here with us anymore, God rest his soul, what we do have to remember him by is the phenomenal works he put out. So I want to take some time to deliver you guys Misunderstood by PnB Rock off the mixtape Going Through the Motions. It always hurts when, you know, an artist you're a fan of, somebody who you're just naturally a fan of their work, goes through something like this, or you experience something like that. So just for the fact that, like I said, I came up, I think like 2015, 2016, listening to his music, and just watching him grow and obviously become grow into his music, grow into his platform, be able to embrace everything that he earned for himself, and then to see that happen, man, that was like I said, bro, that was just it was a sad moment, man. So it was a moment that made me, honestly, when that happened, I was still debating the topic for this week's episode because I was sitting on a lot of stuff, but it kind of brought everything full circle for me, just because with everything I've been kind of dealing with this week personally, and then that happening, it made me think, bro, do we not take the time, you think, to appreciate everything that's going around us, or do we get too caught up in the moment?
I definitely think we take the time to appreciate everything that's going on around us. In reflection, though, if when stuff happens, or different circumstances kind of make you have to think. But I think a lot of the time we do get caught up in the life, the day-to-day stuff we go through. I mean, we're all human at the end of the day. We're all doing our own stuff. We're all going through the ebb and flows of life. I mean, being a young adult, being 25 or 26 for some of us.
Still trying to figure out what you want to do.
Still trying to figure out. Some people are trying to figure out their career path. They're maybe just now finding it. Maybe they're maybe they want to, get certain things like a new car, a new house, whatever. They see their friends doing it. Maybe they're not financially there, or maybe they're stuck in between wanting to settle down and get married, or still wanting to be youthful and single, and they're kind of conflicting those. So there's a lot of stuff that kind of is not why people are just not taking their time and enjoying it. Because at the end of the day, we're not going to be this age forever.
At all, bro.
We're going to continue to get older.
You know what I'm saying?
Continue to grow. And I feel like, at least for me, I've always been a big advocate of, like, I bust my ass in my 20s, like, I'm going to grind. So by the time I'm 30, 35, I'm set up in the life I want. But I also take the time to have fun to do stuff. Like, I'm a big believer of grind. I'm a big week guy. I'm going to grind my week. And then on the weekends, I'm going to enjoy it. I'm going to have fun with whoever.
That weekend warrior, bro. I'll tell you what.
You know what I mean? And it doesn't even have to. And I don't know. I like to do different experiences. I mean,
absolutely.
I feel like we kind of learned a lot this year. Like, a lot. And, going back to our most recent episode we dropped, like, we were talking about the nightlife and stuff like that. But there's, you look at those days and then you're like, damn, I didn't get this done or this done. Or Then you see somebody else that's kind of in your circle and they're elevating at a higher status, and
Yeah.
and then you look at yourself and like, where did the time go? You know, like what was I doing? And then you can kind of, then that's when I feel like you do a lot of that reflection on where that time went,
Yeah.
and then where you're.
Because you're just in the midst of the shit, and then you have to turn around, and if you get to that point to where you're feeling kind of like, bro, what did I do with my time? Like, why did I not, like, why didn't I get my work done? Or like, why, I had these goals set out and I wasn't able to do it. Like, what's going on? I think we get caught up in the mix a lot naturally because we're human. And it's funny, man. I heard a bar. I was listening to, one of my favorite pods to listen to aside from Opinionated, and PCT, and you should know, shout out to our boys, is the new Rory and Mal podcast, right? Mm-hmm. And I was listening to Rory basically talk about how one of the craziest things when you have a void that you're trying to fill. So a lot of people naturally, like, they use work as that void filler, right? Mm-hmm. So they consume themselves in their job. They're all job, because they're distracting themselves from something that's empty. Same thing with, I think some people, even with content creation, like, they're looking to fill a void. Not naturally because they're passionate about it, but because they want to pursue something. Maybe they have an interest in it, but what they end up doing is just time after time after time, they keep, they continue to do this because not only does it distract them from what they're facing and that void they have, but they could be ignorant to it. And the crazy thing is when you're ignorant to something like that, right, and you don't realize it, ignorance really is bliss, bro. Like, not being aware of something, if it's hurting you, oh, bro, you can easily side on and not pay attention to that. And because you're not paying attention or you don't realize it, you're cool. But the second you come to the self-realization that, okay, this thing is hurting me or this thing isn't progressing me forward, and then you try to do something about it, oh, fam, if you realize what's going on and then you either decide to do something about it or you don't, you're going to be stuck, because what happens is that if you realize something is going on and you choose not to do something about it, then you find yourself in a cycle of self-harm. You're not doing anything to get past this, feeling this void. You're kind of just like, well, it's there and I'm not doing anything to make this better. Or, you go through the uphill battle of fighting through it and trying to overcome it, and it's hard because you're fighting through it and overcoming it. Mm-hmm. So it's this kind of like three-headed monster to where you either continue to live in ignorance, harming yourself, but because you don't realize what's going on or don't want to realize what's going on, you're just, you're in pure bliss. Like, hey, whatever, it is what it is, right? Mm-hmm. You're either in the lane of you realize what it is, but you choose not to do anything about it, so you keep getting stuck in this continuous cycle of just harm. You're just hurting yourself, you know what I'm saying? And then lastly, it's realizing what it is and working towards something to overcome it, but it's hard. Mm-hmm. You're actively doing something about it, which is a lot more than other people, but the issue is that if you don't it's not gonna be easy to overcome. So you spend all this time and all this effort, and you may have highs and you may have lows, but if you don't, overcome it within a couple days or weeks or however long that process is, then you start to question things. You start to wonder. You start to, dang, I know I'm making steps and progress, but is this really enough? Is this going to be what's going to help me get out of this place and help me to overcome this lack of what I'm feeling in my heart? So we were talking earlier about Opinionated and, kind of, our media group and everything that we've put into it and kind of, for how it started to where it's at now. And like I said, you sent something in the group message for Opinionated earlier this week, about your guys' humble beginnings. And I'm sure for you, being in a position to where you guys are putting videos out since
2019.
Now I was going to say, right around the time we graduated from school.
Beginning of the year 2019.
You know what?
2020.
Those early moments, man, those things that people don't really realize, they see a lot of the bells and whistles now, and, they see all the nice cover images put together by our lovely producer. They see all the videos that we edit and all the things we do and all the content we're grabbing and everything. But I don't think they understand where that came from. And I think sometimes even us as humans and as individuals, bro, we, you brought up a phenomenal point way back whenever we celebrated CJ and PCT getting 50 subs, is that sometimes, bro, without the acknowledgement or without the proper due justice or without the proper reward kind of for doing all that you do, you can get lost in the sauce of just going and just going and just going, and you got work, but aside from work you also have our work, and then aside from our work you still want to have a social life, and aside from your social life you still want to be in the gym. Aside from the gym, you still want to be able to, as you tweeted earlier today, you still want to be able to even play games and maybe watch movies and watch a show, maybe you know what I mean. And it could get overwhelming, bro.
Yeah.
So where is that middle ground?
The middle ground, I feel like everyone is in different phases. I mean, me and Albert talk about it all the time. I'm very, I got to do something every day, but it's different. Like Albert will have to, like, so Albert for him, he takes time away each day to spend time with Audra, and that's when he like watches anime or whatever show or whatever they're watching, and he'll do like 2-3 hours to that, and then he'll go back and do whatever. And I feel like that works for him because he lives with his future wife, his fiance. Like, I feel like, so if you're living with your significant other, I feel like that's like kind of the balance you need.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, well, I'm just gonna grind and go to bed. Like, I feel like you do need those moments within the day if y'all are around each other. So yeah, still do what you're wanting to do, but also take some time for them.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a balance. Everyone's different. For me, I'm very a grind all week, and then on the weekend, I like to get to a stopping point. So like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, kind of those days, I kind of like ease off the gas pedal, and then Saturday, I mean, especially now, I'm really trying not to do anything, just watch football. Sunday, same kind of thing, more of a recharge. There's stuff I got to do for opinionated or any other endeavors, I'm gonna do that. But I don't know. Part of me, I can't take too much time, even on vacations, bro. Like when I was in LA, like I was doing stuff there, and then I got to a point I was like, dude, I'm just ready to get back home. Like I was enjoying it, but I was ready to get back home and start working. Cause I just know how much
mission-minded.
Yeah, I just know how much I want this shit, and I also just know how much it has to take to get there. And I'm also very competitive. Like I'm not trying to be passed by people, so I'm just like I'm gonna continue to.
Ain't that a hell of a thing too?
Push the. You know what I mean? I'm gonna continue to push and elevate.
Because even sometimes when you want to turn that shit off, you can't.
Yeah, it's hard. I mean, I can't do it all the time. I mean, sometimes I can do it for moments, and then I also look back at last year when I felt like I was taking that whole year to figure out what was going on with myself, and now I'm just like, yeah, let's go time. Like, I mean, after this year just going so hard for me, and just seeing like the growth and seeing that we can do this, and then everybody else also too. At the end of the day, I feel like I'm kind of like the head of like keeping everybody motivated. I feel like if y'all were to see me tail off, that it could maybe trickle down, but I also feel like if I did tail off, I feel like y'all have been doing it long enough, and y'all have that self-belief that y'all could give me that uplifting energy. I feel like it's definitely like it's needed for everybody.
I think you'd be surprised, bro. I think because of your leadership and your influence, we would be able to get you back where you naturally belong, and that's testimony really to you and kind of what you've been doing. It's again, it's one of two ways, right? What you're gonna realize is that if you keep your foot on the gas for too long, what happens is you run out of gas, right? Mm-hmm. You drive your car and you don't stop at a gas station. Eventually, that motherfucker's gonna run out, and you're gonna be stuck off somewhere you didn't want to be at a minor inconvenience. Mm-hmm. Even a major inconvenience, just because you know what I'm saying, you never decided to take a break, you never decided to get a fill up, you never decided to pull off to the side of the road and be like, I need some snacks. You know what I'm saying? you just got caught up in the mix.
Yeah.
But in that same essence, if you go too slow, you take too many breaks, you pull off, you sightsee, you kind of just dilly-dally, you never reach nothing, because all you're doing is just procrastinating. You have a place you want to get to, you may see that end goal, but you're like, all right, we're gonna get there. At some point, we're gonna get there.
At some point.
And that's giving too much of. That's giving too much of. I think that's putting too much faith in the fact that time is luxury, right? I don't know when I hope it's sometime soon, God forbid, but I don't know when God is gonna call me home. Before that time comes, I would like to at least sit here and reflect and think I gave everything I had in this lifetime here. At the same time, I also know that this is a patient game. It's a marathon. It's a game where we have to take our time and to be purposeful with every step we take. But I feel often we get too caught up in everything we're doing that we don't really appreciate what we have done. And the difference between this and something like our going out episode is, although, again, it's nice to catch a break and enjoy yourself responsibly and everything, you can also get caught up in a continuous cycle with that stuff and ultimately fall into the 9-to-5 mundane during the week, the weekend warrior, and then washing all of that into the same thing. Oh, excuse me. Especially with us, because we work tremendously. To your point, my schedule is I go crazy at work throughout the week. Like my time majority throughout the week is consumed by work. Then as soon as I get off of work, I go straight to lift. You know, so from about 6:30 in the morning to about 5:30 in the evening, mine is consumed with work. It's like dang near 12 hours, right? It's a lot. It's a lot. Then I get off of work, I go lift, and then when I'm done lifting, I go home. Now, between that period of getting home and going to bed, I have to make sure, again, you know, I have my stuff assorted for the week. You know, I have my workout clothes packed for the next day, my work fit ready for the next day. I have my food packaged and ready to go, breakfast, lunch, all that fun stuff. Do I have something that's going to be prepared? What is my meal? I'm always thinking like 10 steps ahead. That's why I got my planner. And my mind also goes everywhere. So, you know what I'm saying? I gotta be organized. But the issue that I run into naturally, bro, is that I get caught up because I'm going and going and going, and what I found is that I steal time to work on stuff. So like even right now, you know, I got here, I ate real quick, I showered, and while you guys were eating, I started to hop on and work on this clip, just because I wanted to make sure we got something out for tomorrow from the recent podcast.
Yeah, and that's good too. Like you're already on a schedule. I already noticed. Like we post these on Wednesday, and then your clip, you have normally like a teaser clip done on Tuesday, and then you let the pod ride out Wednesday, obviously, and then Thursday you try to get another clip. And then that's why I was telling you, like, there's and it's cool with the different platforms, because like Instagram, you can keep it clean. Twitter, you can post like occasionally, but like with platforms like TikTok and things like that, I mean, you watch the pod anyways, and I know you probably scribe it anyways. Like if you like watch it, scribe it, find from each podcast 5 to 6 clips and just flood TikTok, like just blow that shit up. Because I mean, that's what we do at Opinionated, and I even like from that tailgate, I'm literally gonna clip every single person's interview and then repost them on TikTok.
Yeah,
like you gotta like make it easier on yourself. Like obviously, like short form content is what's consumable, what people like.
Oh, because you know everybody's stealing time. TikTok vitalized the game like Vine did when Vine first came out. And shout out to Vine. We miss you and we love you, Jesus Christ. These TikTok kids don't, you know what I'm saying? They would never.
Bro, I wish I could find my old Vines, bro. Because I know I did some crazy stuff, bro. Like,
do you remember the Hills Challenge?
Yes.
I only call you when it's half
I
past. No, the only time that
I had one.
What were we doing?
Bro, I had one. This is the one that I remember clearly. I like had my Xbox. So the way my old house was, we had like a dresser, it was super tall, and we had like a TV at the top, and my 360 was on the top, and I used to fry kids on Call of Duty. But I would stand up. I never could sit in a chair because I couldn't see the TV.
Yeah.
So I stood up playing games.
You'd be able to.
That's why my legs are probably strong. I stood up playing games my whole life.
You say your legs are probably strong.
I was just standing up playing games, bro. Like,
you either gonna have a strong legs or a crooked ass.
Or that's why I got back problems now. But I literally, bro, there's one time where I recorded, because you know had the iPhone 4, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, absolutely, bro. The 3GS, bro. That 4 back when it was that round plastic back, bro.
I know that. I be looking at Facebook photos. I'm like, man, this quality.
You know what I'm saying?
We thought that shit was fire.
But what website was that we would edit photos on, fam? I feel like I used to abuse the out of this website.
Yeah, you look like you were on Kick too.
I was. What you talking about? The Prophet. Either the Prophet or Young Wizard. One of the two.
Gosh.
You know, only the OGs know Young Wizard.
Oh my god.
And then the semi-OGs know the Prophet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Picasso?
Huh?
Was it Picasso?
Picasso? What do you mean?
Oh, you talking about the editing app?
Yeah.
No. It was oh my God. Everybody used it, man. Everybody used it. This was back in the days when on Facebook they used to have the battles where they would put people against one another. They would take one picture and put it against another picture, and they would say Steve. I think I had one versus this dude named Giovanni. I had never seen bro in my life before, and they would have people from the Austin area comment on who they thought was better looking. We were sick.
Bro, I remember I had the Xbox controller, and I turned on my Xbox, and I flipped the camera onto the screen where the 360 is like white and it lit up.
Yeah.
And I was like, hoes be like, all you do is talk to girls and whatever, and then then it goes to the Xbox.
Why do I remember seeing this?
And it has me, and I'm just like, that was just simple shit.
Why do I remember that, bro?
Dude, I'm trying to, bro.
I don't think I knew you, but I think I remember seeing stuff like that, bro. That's the crazy thing. is, oh my God, bro. We used to go stupid on Vine.
Vine went crazy, and then Thriller was the one after that.
Well, you know what's crazy? Do you remember Musically?
Yeah.
So Musically became TikTok.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
So I didn't realize that because one of my homegirls back in the Gap found my old Musically profile, and all my stuff was still on there. I was like, how'd you find this? So I was sitting here looking, I was like, I gotta get into this account, I gotta delete. I was like, you know what, I'll leave it up. And then I started looking at it and I'm like, bro, somebody's gonna find this. When we pop off, somebody's gonna find this and they're gonna use this against me. And I'm gonna literally be chilling. They're gonna be like, hey bro, was this you? I'm talking about, bro, I was doing the most.
I know. That's when you were dancing and shit in those mirrors.
Hey,
This whole Steve used to dance in his bathroom and post whole ass 10-minute, 10-second clips on Snapchat.
Me and my boy Mizzy. Hey, shout out to my boy Jalen Moss, man. Me and my boy Mizzy went crazy to that. Woke up to acting like me tough. Bro, I'm telling you, fam. That was that was the days, bro. You know, I still pop off every once in a little while with a little.
Bro, I'm thinking about my fence still. There's a video of like everybody in the crew and we're all like, whoa, and then like you slide and like everyone does it, and then Dalton's like, I'm gonna tell y'all. And he turned around and he slaps his ass. Bro,
that's sick.
Bro, Finsta, see, and that's why I had to change my Finsta's, alias. I'm not going to tell you snitches what it is now, but I had to change the name from Camerooni to something else that y'all won't know. So you know what I'm saying? Nope. So nobody can, you know what I'm saying, find it.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Hey, just know we know. Just know we know. You know what I'm saying? Just know we know. You know what I'm saying? Every time I need to look at it and every time I need a good laugh, I just stop by good old something OP.
Wow. Crazy. You're crazy. You're sick, really.
You know what I'm saying, bro? But I like to say, bro, it's moments like this that they're good reminders, bro. It's good reminders for taking a break and, you know, finding the fun in life, bro, and not really getting too caught up with the moment, fam. I hate the fact that a lot of the time when a lot of stuff is going on, and it's funny because at work we have safety meetings every Thursday, right? And today's safety meeting, we talked about the topic of suicide. Mm-hmm. And, you know, it's crazy, man, because we live in a society that is, like, nowadays really affected by mental health. And I think it's affected now because we're putting a focus and a spotlight on it. And that's good because I feel like for the longest time, people try to downplay mental health like it wasn't a big deal, like it wasn't, you know, like, oh, you know, you just need to, you know, you just need to man up, or you just need to overcome, or you just need to, you know, put your big boy pants, whatever the people be saying, bro. The issue for me is that, you know, mental health is a really big thing. And a lot of the time, because we try to be, you know, we try to be all powerful, all doing, nothing's gonna stop us, nothing's gonna hold us back. We forget that we're naturally human and we're not supposed to be able to do it all. That's where I found my peace in religion and in you know, in studying my Bible and growing as a person, and more, like I said, more than anything, bro, finding my strength in something that was bigger than me, finding my strength in God, finding my strength in y'all, finding my strength in the people around me. Because there's times, bro, generally where I can't push for myself anymore, but I can push for y'all. And that means to me more than anything else does. It's because I look at y'all and I know, like, I have a purpose. There's a reason I'm here. There's a reason I woke up today. There's a reason that I'm in this position I'm in. It's a big part, bro, because there's opportunities for me to go and work out of the state of Texas. But I don't want to, because I want to be here with y'all, not just to party or celebrate or to do, you know what I'm saying, but because we're building something. Mm-hmm. And even if this building something takes 5 years of investment until we get to be in a place like, you know, the Nelk Boys or like Lyrical Lemonade or the New Rorian Mall or any of our idols, you know, any of the people we look up to and we're inspired by, it's going to be worth it. Because even this entire time span that we were grinding, putting all this stuff out, all it takes is for that one moment to completely change everybody's life.
All it takes is one moment, one opportunity, one who you know. I mean, that's why I work so hard too, bro. Just because, I mean, not only for myself, but I mean, I see y'all, and then I just see, I mean, that shout out to Kenny, like he just with G1, he just like opened, basically, he's gonna allow his investments that he makes with the company in G1 and other companies for all his professional esport gamers and then his streamers and content creators, their money will be going into those same investments. So, because I mean, for a lot of things, when people game, and even content creators alike, people don't think about investing or the money. And like, that's kind of how I've always thought about stuff. Like, yeah, money's gonna come and stuff, But you could get a check for $1 million. Most people just blow it. They don't like, they're not going to be like, oh, I'm going to take $100K and open a gym. Or they're not going to think about like making their money work for them.
Yeah, I'm going to pay off my debt so I can be financially free so I can invest in the future. You know what I'm saying?
People don't think about that stuff. So for me, it's always been about just like working hard and then providing for like my friends and family. Yeah. Just giving them an opportunity. Like, I mean, giving everyone an opportunity to kind of create their platform. And that's kind of why Carlos likes Hex so much, because he's always been family oriented. Like, he's always going to grind, but he always put his people on. Like, he always would say, hey, like, if you join Optic, if you don't make money, that's on you. He's like, you're in Optic, like, you should be able to use that brand to do anything. Absolutely. And like, that's kind of what I want Opinionated to be. Like, I want, whenever we bring additional people into the group and family in the future, because it's going to happen, we're going to have full-time producers, full-time editors, full-time PR, full-time social media, the merch, we need all that.
Yeah.
But right now it's all in-house, and we can't even, if we're not doing that with each other, then like bringing somebody else in, how are we going to bring someone else into the family if it's not already like super close-knit and tight like that? So that's really why I work so hard. And then going back to the topic of like, where did the time go? 5 years from now, it's going to be different. I know it's going to be different. One, just because of the way we're working. And then two, like, just look at how this year went. Everybody is all aligned and everyone is finding their stride. And I feel like this was like the base year. Even though me and Carlos and Albert have been like laying down the bricks back in the gap. But next year, especially once Cayman finally is able to get down here too, by the end of the year at least, and we can we can start putting logistics in order. Because, I mean, if you guys don't know, we're trying to get a studio by 2024. Like, that's the goal. We get it by 2024, we're set. And once we get that, it's going to be work in progress, interchangeable parts. And the point is to get everybody to a factor where we can create 9 to 5, pay for everything, not worry about anything, pay whatever your bills you have now. Kind of the same living style. Obviously, like, yeah, you might even take a pay cut from your job. If you quit to do this full time, you might take a pay cut. But you got to know it's going to be temporary. Like, that's not always going to be like that. And you got to also think, once I quit, yeah, I'm getting paid and I can feed myself, I can pay my rent, and I can pay my car note, right? You get to that point. Once you're at that point, you quit, whatever. Cayman always told me this. He was like, when me and him were like, when I was building Opinionated and he was here making music, really starting to get his sound and build his catalog, we were sitting outside one day and he was like, bro, I'm not gonna lie to you. He's like, if I can make $40,000 from just making music, I'd be happy for the rest of my life. He's like, that's all I need. So once he like told me that, I was like, yeah, you're right. Like, if I can pay for whatever my day-to-day stuff is and live and be okay, then
be cool.
From content creation, that's already a blessing in itself. Like Hex always says, you get paid to play fucking video games. Like, I don't want to hear ever. He's like, I never want to hear excuses. He's like, you get paid to play video games. He's like, you got to realize how crazy that is. And I was like, yeah, you're right. So think about this too: getting paid to make art, getting paid to be an entrepreneur, being paid to be a creative, and not, relying on some like your job, taken away from your time, things like that, right? You got logistically, once everything's in line, you're going to have all the time in the world because, yeah, you might have grinded our 20s. We might have missed the club for a couple weekends. We might have missed this trip or these vacations. But then you're going to be looking back and being like, damn, I can go whenever. Oh, y'all want to go to the Thursday night game that was on the TV today? Oh, let's go. Like, because we can. Like, and it's no big deal. One, we'll be able to pay for it and not care. And then two, you'll be like, I'm just not going to work that day because you control your schedule. And that's another thing I want to say. Last thing. Most people do not understand that doing this, where did the time go? Yeah, we grind and stuff. Like Carlos the other day, I don't want to put his business out there, but one of his homies was like, can you come to my birthday or whatever? And Carlos was like, nah, I got to go to bed or I'm getting up tomorrow to shoot. No. I think we were shooting a podcast Thursday. Yeah, we were shooting a podcast. And then his homie was like, you're dead to me. And Carlos was like, bro, people just don't understand like how much time this takes. Like, we literally do this all the time. And like when opportunities present themselves, if they're really my friend, they're going to understand. He's like, it's nothing personal, but he's like, I'm just not going to, do that.
Yeah.
People don't understand because they don't see the behind the day-to-day stuff, right? They don't see the late nights, all that stuff. So when you tell someone, no, I can't do this or I'm not going to do this because I got to do this, they don't understand. But the thing is, they will. And when we're doing what we want to do, they're going to be doing whatever they want to do, which is fine. But not everyone's paths are the same and aligned.
At all.
So that's kind of like my last spill, but you know what I'm saying?
Get these bars off, Cam. Shit, bro. You remember the Titans ass. Like, oh my God. Whatever you want to pursue in this life, by all means, be intentional with it. Make that investment. Trust yourself, first and foremost. It's just, I'm going to quote a wise man from a very amazing movie. My man, Peter Parker, in Spider-Man, Into the Spider-Verse, once told Miles Morales, all it is, Miles, it's just a leap of faith. That's it. So I say that to say, and all that you do, let's work hands down, wholeheartedly, and commit to a purpose and a passion, but do not allow that to take away from sometimes just standing back and smelling the flowers. We make mistakes, right? There's times we fall short. We're human. I think people want to live on this precedent and this standard that you got to be perfect in every dimension. And I'm going to tell you right now, that shit is a fallacy. Excuse my language. Nobody's perfect. The only perfect person I know is my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Ain't that right, Kat?
True.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't believe anybody to be perfect. I believe there's levels to this. I believe some people, people like yourself, people like Kat, people like Los, Bert, CJ, Zach, Alex, Zay, Dorian, right? Shout out Jazz, Drake, Velia, all toxicity. Val, D, you know, all my people, all my loved ones. I think we all have human moments, but the big thing is that if we're aware and we're cognizant of our decision making and what we're doing, let's take the time to be intentional and honest with that, and let's take the time to be authentic. Within that, though, with everything you consume yourself with, let's understand and ultimately work to the fact that at the end of the day, man, you got to smell the flowers. We're not going to be in this particular moment ever again. This is the only one-of-a-kind episode we will shoot for Keep It a Buck, you know what I mean? So while we're in this moment, let's embrace it. You know, on the drive home, as stupid as it sounds, I'm going to enjoy cruising because I can cruise, because I have, the capabilities of putting gas in my car, having a car, driving, having a job. Even though it stresses me out, it's still a job. A lot of people aren't in that position and don't have it.
Yeah, so that's another thing, just being grateful, like the gratitude checks. Like I'm trying to get better at those. I mean, I was doing them for a while, then sometimes you forget because, you're not really taking advantage of
Because
this
you're caught
time.
up in everything.
Yeah, but the gratitude check, having that reminder set to your
Powerful.
phone. Looking every day, stay focused, keep the faith, getting that every morning. And then, just little memories. I know Mike has something tatted on him, on his chest. I think it's like don't overthink shit or some shit like that.
Hey, shout out to my boy Kenny Beats. I already told you about him. That's his shit right there. That DOTS. He has the cave. That's his call sign, bro.
Even told you the other day with the last pod,
bro. Literally,
I thought it was one of my favorite. That was one of my favorite pods that I listened to.
I was surprised it came out as good as it did, to be honest with you, because when I remember shooting it, and I was like, I didn't like it, bro. I didn't like it. I didn't like the feels. I was like, man, it just feels like we weren't focused, and there was a lot going on, and I wasn't a fan. And then I was going back and looking at the footage and even at the clips now, I'm like, man, this is, it's kind of phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? It was like, I enjoyed it. Like, I really did. It was a fun podcast. It was pretty dope, man. It was a good moment. It was a good, you know what I'm saying? It was a good opportunity to be, like I said, to be in that moment and to be present and to really just enjoy what it was. And, man, like I said, it just brought me to the point to where I realized, man, at the end of the day, you can't put yourself in a position to where you're allowing circumstance, you're allowing variables, you're allowing adversity or anything like that to take away from appreciating what's around you and what you have. And being here, shooting with y'all, being around y'all, spending significant amount of time with y'all now has taught me that. You know what I mean? Because ultimately, if we do plan to make this, a company, as we have, and we continue to invest in it as we have, and we continue to do everything we can as we have, it's going to pay its dividends. Whether that's sooner or that's later, who knows? But I can guarantee you, from everything we've already done, you got to think about it, bro. We've caught blessings. The RDC invitation to DreamCon, the connections you've made with cats like JD and Riser. Right?
JD, a lot of people.
You know what I'm saying? with De La Rue and bro, those are just some very small sample sizes.
Yeah.
But bro, you got to think. John, obviously, and Mike, and you know, DJ hella yelling. And like, bro, there's so many connections y'all have made now.
Yeah.
And so many things y'all have done. And those should be what I like to call, reminders. Those should be gratitude checks for themselves, saying, you know, look at what we've done, look at this podcast, look at everybody we interviewed, everybody we talked to, and just, you know, bro, appreciate it. Don't let anybody tell you what you can or can't do. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna quote a great philosopher by the name of June Camilleri. Mm-hmm. First, you gotta find your passion, then you stick with it. First thing about this game, you gotta stay consistent.
Yeah, got to.
Make time for your female dog, but always think riches. I'm not trying to go back to eating Church's chicken. Hey, bars. You feel me?
Church's is good though.
Church's is kind of mid, honestly. I'm more
this
of
is greasy.
That's
I'm
what
a
I'm saying.
guy.
I'm not even really that big of a KFC guy.
KFC's not that good.
It was there, and it kind of just...
Yeah, it's not that good.
You know, the Colonel disappoints me, man.
If we had
For
to,
this
like,
to be
rank fast food train, like...
Chicken chains?
Yeah, like, give me your top three real quick to your talk. Give me
top
your
three chicken chains, Golden Chick, Bush's Chicken, and... Cane's?
Really?
Yeah.
No Chick-fil-A?
Ooh, okay. Take out Cane's. I'll put in Chick-fil-A.
Okay.
Wait, is this including wing places? Because like
No.
Okay, I'm about to say
that don't count. That's different. Like
because Wingstop's starting to break into
like hit the drive-through like chicken places. Yeah.
Okay. Then yeah, those three I'll stick with.
Okay, I'm gonna go. Ooh.
Say Zaxby's and I'll walk off this podcast.
Zaxby's is good.
Zaxby's is trash.
It's not trash.
It's I hate that I'm saying this. I'll eat KFC and Church's over Zaxby's.
Honestly, probably Chick-fil-A one. That shit is phenomenal.
It's the
like
standard.
the whole experience in Chick-fil-A, like the service.
Hey, funny enough, RDC World just put out a video. You seen that video of that dude in Chick-fil-A that tackled that carjacking thief?
Yes.
So RDC World just put out a skit, and they were all in the house, and they were like, hey, yeah, welcome to Chick-fil-A. And a guy comes in, he's like, guys, they're stealing my car. And Mark is like the manager. He's like, what? Come on, guys, let's go. So they go out there, they start beating up Desmond's playing the car thief. He sends Dylan in there to fight Desmond. Dylan's one of the workers, and Ben almost jumps in to fight him. And Mark's like, no, we fight fair here. So it's just funny, bro, because you know that whole experience, bro. They'll sit there and make sure, sir, you forgot your sauces.
It's a whole,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Nah, but for me, Chick-fil-A one probably. Don't kill me, guys. I like Bojangles. Have you ever had that?
Bojangles ain't bad. I'm not gonna knock you for that.
good.
If you would have said Zaxby's, it would have been a different boat.
A sleeper. That's like gas to me is Chicken Express. That shit's good, bro.
I put Chicken Express in the same boat as Bush's.
Yeah, that
Chicken Express is phenomenal,
bro.
That's all we were smacking in college, bro.
It's good.
Oh, bro, Chicken Express is phenomenal.
Chicken Express is good. I really started eating that in Lake Travis because that was like all that was out there. And my dad used to hit it all the time. Like he'd be like, "Yeah, I'm gonna go pick up chicken for the house." We'd be like, "All right," and he'd come back with Chicken Express. And us black folk, we were like, Chicken Express. Like, what is that? Like my mom was like, "What is Chicken Express?" And then we started eating it, and then my mom was like, now she'd be like, oh yeah, Mark, you can go get the Chicken Express. Or like she'll make fried chicken, but will not have enough pieces for the meal the next day.
Yeah.
And my dad would be like, yeah, I'll go pick up a box from Chicken Express to add to the meal.
That's sick.
Yeah, so that's a tier list in a nutshell. We should do more of these, low key. I like that. That was fun.
Oh no, I mean, didn't I ask you? I asked you your drinks on the.
You did. Yeah. That's a good little. Yeah, I like that.
You know, it's a good little segment. You know what I'm saying? Chicken, man. Chicken is you a dark meat or white meat kind of guy?
Definitely a dark meat guy. I like the legs.
That was gonna be my next question.
Yeah.
Your legs guy. Yeah, I like breastises, bro. Breastises have a lot of meat if they're cooked right, but it's also white majority of the time, which is why I don't like that.
But sometimes, like if it's not cooked right, and then also the leftovers, it'd be dry sometimes.
That's what I'm saying. But breastises are white meat for the majority of it, so it's kind of nasty.
They have more universal purpose though. Like you can
absolutely,
you can cut it up. You can make like chicken salad.
You know what I'm saying?
So for all you people that don't think I can cook, stop it. Just stop playing.
I'm one of those people.
You include.
No, absolutely, I'm one of those people. I've tasted a phenomenal meal from
Cat.
Shameless plug for Cat's Kitchen Crafts. Hey.
I can cook. Come on now.
But for Cam, there's no Cam's.
Just because I ain't cooking for
Cat,
you.
is there a Cam's Kitchen Crafts? Do you know of anyone?
I'm just an incognito guy. Like if I post incognito, I cook incognito.
How many meals have you cooked for Cat?
Like 3.
How many meals have you cooked for Cam?
She can't count. To me.
3 a week.
3 weeks.
3 a week.
3 a week. And you've cooked 3 in the total.
And I think it's 2.
It's 2.
Hey, I don't have to.
Well, Cat, we appreciate you for keeping it a buck.
I can cook though. For real.
Can you?
Yes.
The world may never know.
You think I just went to college and not ate or what?
You can still eat in college.
Yeah, I wasn't.
That ramen noodle diet go crazy.
I wasn't on that. That
boy was crushing up the hot Cheetos and pouring them in them ramen packets, bro. I'll tell you what.
I was making gourmet on the grill outside.
Gourmet on the grill outside, i.e. that man was pan-searing some hamburger helper.
Stop. I'm not you. It's okay. There's levels. It's okay.
Anyways, what song you got for us today, bro? Let's bring it home, man. What you got for the fine folks? You know what I'm saying?
I got some Mike. We were talking about Mike earlier. One of the songs that I used to play all the time last year off the Highs. Just disclaimer, you guys probably hear a lot of songs off the Highs. The album's good. There's a lot of relatable songs for me off
Phenomenal.
here.
It took me a minute to be on the wave, to be honest with you, but I'm glad I did. I'm glad I did that. That album generally is probably I would put it under the category of those sleeper hits. Mm-hmm. So you may sleep on the album for a while, and then you actually start listening to it, and you're like, wow, this is actually pretty dang good. And what scared me originally was the length, because there's so many songs on it.
Yeah.
And then you actually start listening to it, and you're like, wow, the quality does not drop.
Yeah, listen to the flow of it and how it sounds.
The quality does not drop. So Cam, give us a presentation, man. What you got? Where is it from? Who is it by? What year the album came out? Talk to us, man.
Yeah, we're gonna play Days Go By off the Highs, Mike.
I'm definitely going to be checking out some ESTG this weekend. Like I said, we were just talking about it. He releases his album, I Never Felt None, which personally, I'm excited about. Looks like we got a little bit of Fredo Bang coming. Fresco Trey, shout out to the boy. We saw him in concert. I became a fan of him when all that happened. Let's see, G Herbo's dropping something. Blue, Simba. We got a couple people that are going to be releasing a couple different songs. So, like I said, excited. Always excited for new music, man. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But again, in regards to everything, let's remember, man. Let's take time to be grateful. Let's take time to understand that, if the time does pass us by, we can be present and live in the moment, and that doesn't necessarily always have to induce, going out or being, again, just really being grateful. I think that's the biggest thing, man. Is just being grateful that you have what you have here in this moment. Mm-hmm. To do this is nothing less of a blessing. Obviously, to take the opportunity to be in this moment and to be present. Again, bro, a lot of people, I'm just going to talk my shit for like 2 seconds. A lot of people don't have what we have. A lot of people couldn't do what we do. A lot of people are too lazy. They're too scared. They're too in their head. And I've fallen into that category plenty of times. But the difference between myself and some of those individuals, bro, is that I at least put myself out there. And that's the difference. Because a lot of people try to put trying as whack, right? Like, just because you're trying to do something or you're putting yourself out there on a platform like this.
It's whack until...
They consider it whack until the shit blows up. And then when the shit blows up...
Or it looks cool.
And then they want to be a fan.
That's how I felt, when I posted that teaser for the tailgate video. Hella people liking it. Hella people commenting on it that don't ever. And we were always posting live shit. So, like I said... And
don't get me wrong. We appreciate all the love and support. Yeah. That's never the case. But the thing is that it sucks that it has to be a wave that people have to ride.
Yeah.
Do you not understand if it was organic from the get-go, how big this thing would be? And I feel like...
for sure. People didn't... I give people the benefit of the doubt because a lot of people have started stuff and then they don't do it. Like, they do it for a while, like maybe a couple weeks, maybe a couple months, and they stop. Nah, this shit ain't stopping and it ain't gonna stop.
And that's why I said, bro, don't ever let anybody ever tell you that the shit's not cool to try. When has it ever been not cool to try? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? If you have a platform, even if you don't, if you have an opportunity to do something and you're passionate about it or you care about it, then try. Don't sit there and live your life wondering what could have happened if you would have tried, bro. That shit's dumb. It's absolutely ridiculous that people would have the mindset that not trying something is better than trying something. You may never know what happens if you take that leap. But all you're going to do is sit there and contemplate about it while everybody passes you by, because even if they fell, they took that leap. And that lesson they learned could propel them forward to the next leap, which may be that. That's dumb. That's absolutely stupid to me. I don't get why we would sit here and dog folks that are out here pursuing their passions and doing what they want to do and living their life, because of the fact that, it doesn't come with the stature. It doesn't come with the status, because I'm not some high-end celebrity already. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that has what they have started somewhere. Yeah. Not everybody was bumping Drake's 2006 mixtape Room for Improvement.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not everybody was watching early Leonardo DiCaprio films like that. You know what I mean? Not everybody was listening to Mike as Mike Stud.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's before I'm talking about. That's before what his song, the big song.
Swish.
Other than Swish, the other one. You know which one I'm talking about?
Oh, it's Stroman.
Yes.
What is that song called?
Na, 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 na.
Oh yeah.
Na, 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 na.
Yeah.
Look, no, bro. My point being is even the greatest Jigga ain't pop off until he was 27. So folks wasn't listening to Jigga back when he first came out. And that's just in one regard, bro. There's so many things where people were never showing love until they became popular, until they caught their moment, until they caught their break. And that's when people respected them. But the great thing about that is that they believed in themselves and they put in that body of work and they appreciated each moment they had. Even if shit got tough, bro, they stayed course. So let this be an encouragement. If you have a passion, bro, do not let any one of these lames out here tell you anything else, bro. I promise you. I promise you. That, like, generally, I know this is a stereotypical saying, they literally may hate you because they ain't you. They don't have the confidence to do what you're doing. And I'm not even saying in content creation, I'm just saying having the confidence in taking a leap of faith to pursue what you want to do in this lifetime. Like, so don't worry about the ancillary shit, man. That's for the birds. You have to be able to put yourself in a position to where you ultimately believe in yourself and you're grateful for everything that comes. And that's what's going to make you different. That's really all I got, man.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to close it. I mean, it's a good episode, phenomenal episode. And make sure you guys follow us at Keep It a Buck on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok.
Mind you, 3 A's.
3 A's on those.
3 A's.
And then you can get Steve on all his socials at AyoRu.
We get Cam at Big Bang Theory. And Bang has 2 G's or 3
Yes,
G's?
Bang has 2 G's.
Okay. And Theory is ThierRry.
Yep, that's the Twitter. Then the Instagram's Cam Juice. Same with the TikTok's Cam Juice. YouTube is also Cam Juice for my personal stuff. So make sure you guys are, tapping in with the boys. Make sure you guys go follow Park Car Talks over there. See what they're doing.
Opinionated Media.
Opinionated Media.
If you're watching this, again, won't come out for probably a couple weeks because we're ahead. But we just recently dropped our big tailgate video, inaugural episode of our tailgate series. We plan on going to different campuses, different schools on game day. And like I said, catching a little bit of the community, seeing what they think about the upcoming game, asking them a couple questions regarding the history of the programs. And, getting a little rowdy. But we just dropped our inaugural episode, Alabama versus Texas. It was a phenomenal turnout. We had a great time. Got to witness a phenomenal game. And like I said, man, Opinionated Media, Toga Media, Lonnie Edits.
Lonnie Edits. Yeah.
Park Car Talks. Beautiful Mind of Zay. It's a Kodak.
Yeah, everybody.
Man, there is a plethora. So if you have a taste for whatever, speaking of taste, Cat's Kitchens, Crafts, hey, yo. We got a lot of stuff cooking, no pun intended. You see what I did there? I'm nice with it. Make sure y'all follow us, show us some love. If you guys are listening to us on Spotify, make sure you guys leave us a great review. And if you guys are with us on YouTube, make sure you always subscribe, leave a comment down below. This is number 10. Cam, I already told you we are 1 sub away from 100, and with that comes a very, very special plan of action we got cooking up. I'm excited for that to happen because, again, we're going to get Miss Cat in front of the camera to be our curator. You're going to get to hear a little bit about her and a lot of things about what she has going on. And like I said, and she's going to be around. You're going to see her in front of the camera. Don't think she's just, she's just holding it down on all. She is a woman of many talents.
Yeah.
And somebody who has done a phenomenal job in keeping us afloat and keeping us going. So, every time, I feel like, we've shot some pretty fire episodes, but she's been gone. Yeah. Like, bro, stop leaving. We're putting you on. We're gonna ground you. Like, nah, dead ass. We're gonna ground you. You leave us again, we're gonna ground you. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta stop, bro. That's not cool. You know what I'm saying? She can't keep abandoning us like this, Cam. It's not fair.
Yeah, I agree.
So, all that being said, man, go show us some love, man. Make sure you hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell for AyoRu so anytime we drop, you always updated with Keep It a Bucks podcast. Leave a like and a comment down below from what you enjoyed from today's episode, and it's a lot of words, man. A lot of stuff going on. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm ready for not a bender. I'm ready for decompression. I'm not gonna lie. Sure. Oh man, hey man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in with us today. Always remember, man. Hey, pursue your passions. Don't listen to what these haters have to say. You know what I'm saying? Hater never taught me how to get bread. You know what I'm saying? So that's all from us over here, man. We'll see you in the next episode. You dig?